Yeah. Whatever that scream was is a good question. I have no idea. That looks all sorts of wonky. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Today we will go down cube lad. It's gonna be fun. Hey, Voodoo Breakfast, Eric, we Captain Bounce, Kilrathi, Zealy, Dr. Sheldon. Oh my lord. Again on the host. Refresh. Alright, so we are gonna do material cubes. It's gonna be tricky. So, any ideas on what materials that I should do? Hey, Kilrathi. Good morning again. Again and again and again. What materials? Suggestions. Crystal, alright. Crystal. Lava, whetstone, lava stone, lava and stone, slime, jello, yeah, grass, dirt grass. Lantern catapult. A banana. Ooh. I think we should remove crystal. Crystal, I mean crystal, ice, jello, right? Maybe jello would be a better task. I mean, everyone can do crystal, right? Everyone does crystal in concept art. Crystal monster, crystal dragon, diamond, whatever. Jello, it's a bit different. Lava stone, right? A wood, yeah, maybe. Copper could be. I kind of like dirt grass. I think dirt and grass is a cool material, right? Because there's a duality to it. So let's do it like this. Let's do it. Crystal and jello, lava and stone, dirt and grass. Right? I think that's pretty decent, right? We got crystal, jello, lava, stone, dirt and grass. I kind of dig it. I dig it. We got a duality to work with, and the challenge is on. Oh Jesus. All right. Let's start. So crystal. Oh, misspelled. Crystal and jello. Let's try. If I'm happy? No, man, I'm good. I'm good. Yesterday on the lunch, though, I was introspective, but I'm still all good. You know, I'm all good, sir. So I think what's important with the Jello is like the translucency and the softness of the edges, right? And kind of, if you, as I see it, if you think about an ice cube, like in a Coca-Cola commercial, you know, it has that translucency, this kind of rounded edges. That's kind of what I see Jello. I need to soften the silhouette as well of the Jello. It's gonna need bandings or smooth gradients. It's gonna need highlights like that, and crystal. I think I'll add the crystal on top, or inside, or both. Okay, let's do both. Let's do crystal poking out. And then render kind of the crystal on the inside. Jello that grows crystal. Hey Tormund, how's it going? Jello. For those who missed yesterday's lunch stream, I was looking at old failed sketches, which is always like a confidence booster, right? And I was talking about why they're shit and how to fix it. It might have sounded like I was really down, but I wasn't. It's just it puts you in a specific kind of mood of troubleshooting, right? And you try to recognize your mistakes without putting yourself down. Like, it's important to try to look at your mistakes and learn from them, and only through that way you're going to grow even stronger. Jello Jelly, Dame Deviant. Jello is a brand, right? But Jello is with G, isn't it? Jelly. How do you spell jelly? Is it G-E-L-E-L-L-Y? Gel, as in gel. Not sure. Hey Quentin, what up, yo? How's it going? Quentin, the one and only. Shartha, yeah, Jello is what's it called? Gelatinous, right? It's gelatin, a brand of gelatin, and gelatin is pig's fat, and a jelly jelly is slime, right? But I think both are kind of indicating the same thing: gelatinous behavior, right? Both are kind of like mushy. Should be right. But I'm a little bit unsure about the spelling. Okay. I'm going to leave this as it is now, because I'm going to need to do the other materials. Oh, that's a really bad move of making a crystal line in perspective with the cube. Problem averted. Jam in the UK is what Americans call jelly. Jelly in the UK is what Americans call jello. There we go. Hey, Captain Jetlag. What up, Snowflake? Why do you have a snowflake? Oh. Puddin'. Oh yeah, puddin'. You are my puddin'. My puddin' pie. You're special. You help people. Good stuff. Respect. All right. Let's jump to lava and stone. For now, Jello is working. And actually, I want to add a little bit, like we can see on the inside, the other perspective a little bit, because we want it to be translucent. And I hope that when I add color, it's gonna translate even more. That it's Jello. But I need to sort some gradients out, I think, in order for it to be mushy, squishy. All right, lava and stone. All right. Let's map out some rocks. I think it's a good challenge, this. I'm gonna have to have a rougher texture, and as far as I remember, lava stones are in like if you think of it like a pancake batter, when you fry pancakes, for you grown-ups who have ever fried pancakes, and when you start frying it, it makes a solidifies. And if you pour more pancake on top, you'll see the difference of the first layer and the second layer. And as far as I remember, that's what lava does as well. It's like it cools down and becomes rock, and then more lava comes, and then more lava, and it creates these sheets of lava rock. I've ordered breakfast, true. Captain Both. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's there. The base is there, right? This is still not Jello, but we're getting there. We're getting there in terms of recognizable material. And I know that the lava rock has to be in sheets, not sheaths, sheets of lava rock, as it's been like pouring and pulsating from the source, like drying, solidifying, and cooling down, becoming rock. Then the next pass of lava, and then the next pass of lava. It's like sea foam that becomes rock, and every time a wave comes, it's stacks. That's as I remember lava. So that's what I'm aiming for in terms of material. Yeah. All right. And I think a lot on the lava material will come through color and behavior, like dodge and so on. A lot of the glow will come through there. You rock. Hey. Zeal, and you almost made me spit out my coffee. 101? You crazy. You're gonna die. Captain Bob's. Cheers, man. The Hurricane. That was my old nickname. My nickname on conceptart.org. The Hurricane. Some cool news, by the way. I'm a beta tester on the new conceptart.org forum. Oh snap, it's coming back. Conceptart.org forum version 2 is on its way. I was invited by one of the admins to be a beta tester of the forum. Conceptart.org is making a new forum. The original massive black people are making a new forum. Void of the person responsible for the collapse of the golden era. That guy is not, as far as I understand, that guy is not a part of the new forum anymore. And I don't want to mention him by name, but for those who are savvy with what happened knows who I'm talking about. I'm not the guy to call out people by name, you know. I have no gain from mentioning the name of the person, ruining the experience of hundreds and thousands of people. So the old conceptart.org is still there. I think the person who started it and who caused all the drama still has a say in the matter of conceptart.org. So the new forum is not going to be a part of that, I think. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can't really speak on that matter, but anyways, I'm a beta tester there. I got access. Captain Bose. Yeah, it was the good old days. There I had one of the biggest sketchbooks in the forum's history. Not the biggest, mind you, but one of the biggest. Where I posted daily for minimum of, I think, 3 years, daily sketches. Okay, we got lava and stone. A lot of it will come with paint. We're halfway. Now dirt and grass. King Sidorak Live. Yeah, it's I'm gonna work on it. But the thing is, King Sidorak, I need to do 3 materials in 30 minutes and time, you know. So I can't sit and polish everything 1 cube to perfection and then don't have time for the other 2. So what I'm forced to do is to leave it at a state where I'm happy with it, ish, and then go and do the foundation for everything else, and then go back, then go back, then go back. So it's like loops. But I got you, man. I got you. It looks like a chip, like you removed a piece of the jello. I got you. I'm gonna change it, but thanks. Tor mode, yeah. We could almost do pixelated, yeah. But I'm gonna do grass at the top, like Minecraft, and dirt at the bottom. I mean, I could do it mixed, so it's all around, but I thought, let's make it clear as an indicator of what it is rather than just a generic cube. You know, that grass grows upwards, right? It don't grow down. Hey Artie, how's it going? What up, Artie? Welcome. Okay, that's gonna make sense, I think, later. I wonder if I should do it like mud or dirt. No. All right. For the grass, I need to break the silhouette of the cube. For the jello, I need to soften the corners. That should be fine, right? To make that separation. Like, oh, you shouldn't be allowed, or you should be allowed. I think you should be allowed, right? Artie, that's good. Good to hear. Get that art down. I got the Windows chime. Bring, bring. Something broke. Save. Hey, Rotter Potter. How's it going? What a nickname. And I know underneath the grass kind of turns into roots, and the roots are kind of like pale worm colored. So that's what I'm gonna aim for there as well. That should also get, I should just do it like that. Okay, let's go back to the jello. I definitely need to work on the crystal. I also need to work on the saturation of the green. If I want to be it like slime, jelly, jello, it needs to have a stronger. It gets very blotchy. I don't like it. Too messy brushwork. Affect the white end, push in some of that green in there so it's not so flat. You need some juice in there. So the light is coming in top left a little bit. So that means top needs more saturation. And then it should bleed into the bottom of the cube as it passes through it and seeps into the rest of the cube. Yeah. And then we can fake bounce light a bit, just so we start getting some complexity to the gradient. And then I think in the end what I'll do is punch up sharpen the highlights a bit. I think it's a little bit too the gradients are too soft. It needs to be a harder cutoff. If you remember the left sphere I did um, 2 days ago had this what's it called, like a hard highlight. I want to give the same kind of treatment to the highlights, because when they're soft, the gradient is soft, it means there's a smooth transition and the surface is not wet. I want to indicate it's a wet surface, so that means the highlights need to be sharp. It needs to be a glossy surface. Okay, now to fake the jelly absorbing the crystal, and then doing that I'm trying to imagine it like if it's underneath water, right? If you put a stick into the water, you'll see the stick clear and fade as it goes into the water. That's kind of what I'm imagining happening with the jello, right? Because the jello, the material itself is not clear, so it'll start eating up the blue and transitioning the blue more towards green, because the material of the jello is green and blue, mashed in. So it's going to be as cleaner of a crystal blue close by, and then more and more into the jello color. It's a bit blotchy there. I don't like it. Something like that. Same here. We need to make that a bit greener. Then fade it in. I think that makes sense, right? Some color theory for you. And then we can do that, push the saturation a bit, just to indicate that it's a crystal over there too. Yeah! Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Where are we with time? Oh, 5 minutes! God damn it! Alright, enough playing around with the jelly. Lava. Switch to lava, color dodge. We gotta color dodge the gradient of the orange that I placed so that we indicate heat. I laid the overlay orange just as a foundation on purpose because I knew I would color dodge on top, and I need complexity to the gradient other than the blue. I need a contrast there so that when I do dodge on top, the dodge on top will feed that interaction with that big blurry orange brushwork already put in, because the fact that you need that in order for it to work. And if it's just a flat grade, it has no dynamics to it, you see. But as soon as there's a shift and there's difference in the gradient of your brushwork, you can start pushing and pulling it with the dodge. Tormod. Roller Potter. Yeah, yeah. That just shows a fundamental weakness. It sounds like I'm totally shitting on you, but what I mean about that is that you have a weak knowledge in the fundamental skill set. I mean, in theory, I could do whatever material or media I wanted. Not perfect, mind you, but because I have a solid understanding of the fundamentals, I have an easier time to pick something up and do something with it. But then it comes down to mastering the tool, right? And that's where a lot of people, you know, when they do this with the same tools all the time, then they'll start to master that fact. And that's, for example, if you only do digital, and if you don't do the fundamentals, you'll learn to do the digital tricks really well, and it'll look decent. But then when you switch to, let's say, watercolors or oil, you don't have your digital tools, then you need to rely on your knowledge, and then you have problems, right? So one way to remedy that, if you're still just doing digital, is to practice the fundamentals digitally. Then you're good. Roll Potter, it would be, but it's all down to traditionally, because you can't paint on top or draw on top, you just have to understand what are the steps you need to take to get to this result. Like, I have taken steps, I have prepared, for example, the lava to get to this point. Like, I didn't jump exactly to this point, I've put it in layers so that when I do start painting the lava, it'll be fine in the end, right? Like I said about the bloom, it's on purpose. I didn't do the final lines first because I knew I would do a dodge on top in order to make it sing, like it become really feel like hot. And that's the same thing you do with traditional. It's like you do the sketch, you do the wash, you do the, you know, whatever you need to do on top, and then last sketches or last brush marks or whatever, in order for it to get to the place you need it to go. You could easily do this the same traditionally. It's just you can't mess around. You can't do the same amount of like painting on top of what I'm doing now. You just have to build the image differently. It's still doable. "20 seconds. Ah, shit. Fuck. Let's do one more color dodge on the lava. I need to have it a little bit bigger, this bloom. Yeah. That's what I was looking for. Well, time didn't allow me to do all the things I needed to do to make the materials work, but I'd say it's pretty good. They are somewhat where I want them to be for 30 minutes for 3 materials. I think I could do it better, obviously, if I had more time to properly do them. But as they are, I'd say you can read the material correctly, right? We can see kind of grass by color, at least. We can see it's lava and stone. Whew. The color wheel. It doesn't matter. The color wheel, is what's in there, right? It doesn't. You don't need a color wheel. The color wheel doesn't make you. It shouldn't make you choose colors differently. It's all about the idea behind it. Like, why are you choosing those colors? I mean, it makes it more obvious of how to choose colors because you see the relationship between the colors. But again, it goes back to understanding of the basics. Mouse Beaver. Do it. I challenge you. You gotta do it. Do it for 30 minutes. 3 materials. Alright. I want to do a contrast adjustment on top, just to punch the values a bit. Alright. That was today's challenge. It was a good challenge. It was interesting to do without reference. You had to think about it, right? Okay, let's raid Christopher Kant today. So I extend the challenge to you. If you do the challenge of 3 materials, please do post it on Discord or the website. I would love to see how you deal with it. Let's raid Christopher Kant, and as per usual, I switch to the outro, and when the outro is done, I'll raid it. So you just prepare by joining the action. Have a great day. Good night if you're in that part of the world. You guys are, I'd say, the best group of people on Twitch, period. Alright, guys and girls. See you tomorrow for Hero Card Friday. Oh yeah, toodles.